Hey everyone, Sengoku here. Today I'm going to be watching Rance Sabaku no Guardian. So before I get into this, I got to kind of talk about what Rance is, give a little bit of a backstory on that. So Rance itself is actually a series of 18 plus JRPGs by Alisoft, which spanned from Rance 1 back in 1981 all the way to the finale Rance 10 in 2018. So a very long running series of Eureka, and it's actually my favorite video game series just in general. Like, I don't have enough time here to really explain why, but it's very unique in the sense that it follows one character through all the games and it has one continuous story. Unlike something like Final Fantasy or whatever that kind of like shakes things up story-wise and characters in each entry. Rance, even though it does add new characters, is still about Rance and his journey, and it's still a constant flow of events, until a big epic grand finale that is the final game, with tons of characters that built up over the long story, where you get to know who they are, learn who they are, their backstory, they get character development. They all have different kind of relationships with our main character, Rance. So it's a pretty big thing. Now this itself is just like an OVA. Just so, I don't expect this to be canon or anything like that. So, also, this came out in 1993. So, basically, even if this was canon, which it's not, it's definitely not, like, 95% of the characters wouldn't be in it. Because, you couldn't fathom just how many characters are in the overall Rance series, because every entry does add more, so pretty crazy. So, even though this is called Rance, I don't expect to see really any familiar faces, aside from Rance and Syl. Yeah, that's pretty much what I expect, to be honest. They'll probably just have a lot of random one-off characters that just kind of serve whatever individual encapsulated story this OVA is going to cover. Also, my anime list says this is a two episode thing, but what I have is just one video, so I guess it's just combined all into one, so I guess that's just how that is. So, is there anything else I wanted to say before I get into it? Not really. I mean, I guess I do want to mention that, this could be implied by saying it's my favorite game series, but I have played the entire Rance series, from the first one to the last one. Several of them I played more than once. I even, imported the finale, Rance 10 physical edition. I don't actually have it with me, it's in storage, so can't really get that out right now, but I did take pictures when I first got it. So, yeah, this is the first picture I took to show you the cover. The guy in the middle is Rance, of course, as you might expect. And then when you open it, this is the first thing you see. And then the final picture I took just kind of shows you all the goodies inside, which includes the art book, which is pretty awesome. Even some Dona stuff. So, another game by Alisoft that's worth checking out if you haven't done so already. So yeah, I think that's about everything. So, like I said, I could go more into Rance itself, but we're here for this OVA, so I'm just going to do that. Like, if there presents an opportunity to talk about some Rance lore stuff in the video itself, I might do so, but yeah, let's just jump into it and see how things go. Like I said, the only familiar characters I really expect to see is Rance and Syl, but if anyone else pops up that I recognize, that would be a nice treat. So, yeah, with all that out of the way, let's jump in. Oh yeah, I do have to explain my reaction format. I do not show the video itself I don't show the anime itself in the video for copyright reasons. I show you subtitles from the show down below and a timer so you get your own copy of it, get it all synced up and watch it together. So, Now we're finally ready to jump into it, so let's do it. 3, 2, 1, go. Okay, I may have messed up, so we're not starting just yet. Give me 1 second. It'll be fine. If I stop playing that by accident, it'll be fine. Okay. 3, 2, 1, play. Ha! I nailed it that time. Looks like we're gonna start with our opening here. I think everything's working well enough. I believe that's Rance over there with the flowing cape. But yeah, like I said, very old school OVA, so it's probably gonna look pretty dated in a lot of ways, but and that's obviously still playing. One thing I forgot to mention that could also be implied, I was very sad when I finally finished the Rance series, so I wanted more, and then I remembered there was some kind of old OVA that was made that I never watched, so good chance to do that now. And Syl's great, She's the most vanilla of the girls in the show, in the game series, but she's very nice, very likable character. That was pretty cute. She also knows healing magic and fire magic, I believe, in the games. And there goes the close. Again, Rance is an 18+ video game series, so I imagine we'll get some scenes like that in the OVA itself. Very long, lingering shot on Syl. Naked. I have no complaints. Definitely nothing I haven't seen before. Is that Rance? It's hard to tell in the dark. But it looks kind of like the same cape he was wearing in the opening. Rance is the hero of the story, by the way, so you'll see him do all sorts of heroic things in this OVA, I have no doubt. Yeah, Syl's carrying the luggage. She's a slave, that's what she does, among other things. But that's so much stuff, though. Does he need that much stuff? I mean, the pot or pan, I'm sure that's useful, but almost looks like there's a small refrigerator back there. No dialogue yet, though. That's either a bird or a maiden in trouble. Yeah. Definitely a good chance for Rance to save someone. Let's go. Oh, that looked like female legs. And female rest. Would you like some help? Yep. Lucky for you, a hero of justice happened to come by. You're saved now. Yeah, they look like bad guys, alright. But Rance is a sword combat level 2 fighter, so yeah, he's got this. Yeah, just off with his head. Just no chill, casual, dead. This is Rance, alright. Yeah, you really don't want to piss off Rance-sama. They apparently did not learn their lesson. Rance-sama. As epic as you'd expect, the reveal. Come on, Syl, clap. Okay, not only did she clap, the sound she made was great. Rance attack, his signature move. Very powerful in pretty much all the games. Yep, just, literally just, what's even the word for that? Just, slaughter doesn't do it justice, just dismembered explosion. No. You're not a woman. You had no chance of being spared. So yeah, I told you this was our hero. And yeah, he cleaned up the scum of the earth rather nicely there. So, I don't know why you're acting surprised. This is how it goes. Because I remember seeing a Rance 6, you know. Yeah, you shouldn't be doing that, Syl. So, are you happy you were saved yet? Because you probably got to repay him, too. That's kind of how he rolls. Well, now that you mention it, I can think of something. Oh my god, it's the music too! Oh, my glorious days. Oh, that's so good. I wasn't expecting the music. Again, you shouldn't be surprised, Syl. It would not be the same without the music. I feel so happy now. Her, not so much, but... Sabaku no Guardian. Yeah, so when that music plays, I can just like feel the Sengoku Rance in my soul. It's great. So, what's going on here? Bad guy stuff? Okay. Well, I still assume she's a bad guy, but I can't hate her. At least not yet. Oh, jeez. Clean up on aisle 3. I think you've had enough. I'm not exactly sure what's going on here, but I think it's enjoying it. Is this... Okay, thank you for the context. I'm much less confused now. Oasis. So yeah, definitely the bad guy. I think I got that from that. Trying to revive some powerful evil entity to get revenge, you know. Very, very bad guy behavior. But yeah, so far, like I thought, Rance and Sail, the only familiar faces. I mean, technically, is a desert on the continent? That's probably not where they are now, though. Very old school writing style here, you know, with the dipping ink and all that. Oh, okay, she's quite pretty. Whew. It's nice to meet you. Ani, okay. Wasting no time. Rance is as subtle as a rock, so... Yaritai. Seal, get out of my way, I'm doing something here. Yeah, I'm sure you wouldn't be wasting Rance on this time. Okay. Green Scorpion. Green's actually his color. Goody goody sko. Thank you for the help, Sil. Oh, that's a lot. Those are valuable. You can't just be taking those. Nani? Flashback time? Man, the desert's hot enough as it is. Don't set it on fire. Yeah, not even riding camels. They just gotta be riding some... What are they even riding? Literal dinosaurs? That's what they look like, dinosaurs. Because why not? You said green scorpion, that's clearly a red scorpion. Sounds tragic. So how much does the job pay? Now you have his attention. Well, your professional is here. The goody goody Skosko won't stand a chance. Yeah, I told you heard that part. Yeah, don't drool too much in front of the client. Yeah. He wouldn't do such a thing. But yeah, this is very uncanon, but I still don't think Rance would kill a woman. Like in the Rance series, I can only think of one woman he ever actually killed, and there was a very good reason for that. Not gonna spoil it though, but at the moment I was definitely 100% in agreement. That's a transition. Yep, this is the man you hired. Censoring the hyper weapon. How could you? If you need the music, it's not the same without the music. Good thing it was just a, imagination sequence, so it doesn't matter as much. But yeah, if you could read his mind, you would not let him touch you right now. So, good thing she can't. Yeah, let's get a drink. We got a waitress. I would like you, please. $300 gold. Oh, wow, that's a great deal. Wow. Yeah, I'll take it. It's not that much at all. Did she understand what he meant though? I feel like she didn't. I feel like there's a misunderstanding here. Oh, Kimi, I get it now. Okay. It was a kanji pun. Yeah. That's a ripoff for 30 gold. But I do get the joke. Hey, honey! Honey, I guess that's sort of a familiar face in a sense. Oh, they're not that big, are they? Please don't break me. Innocent hearts. You're so full of it, Rance. Did he really get the money? Damn it, Rance. Hi, Rance. I'm actually currently playing Toshi and Toshi 3, which has like Kahani as a bartender. I keep thinking about that as I see this. Yes, a bit of lore. Haniwa, there's like, I think 10 times more of them than humans on the continent. A lot of them actually do have incorporated like businesses and stuff like that, like they're actually like working citizens, but a lot of them also like feral monsters that attack you. They also manage the gold system, I believe. Like the gold comes from giant gold honeys. So they're pretty important. Yeah, while you can, might be a good idea. Nope. Ani-chan. Tell me anything that can help me in my goal of having sex with her. Are you sure? Okay. That's good information. Sounds about right. Yeah, I think that's how that works. Oh. You already ruined the quest and we haven't even started it yet. Oh, for a second I thought she put her hands behind her back to take off the top. But that makes much more sense. Are you okay? You don't seem okay. Would Rance's hyper weapon make you feel better? Ah, the trauma. Gotcha. And maybe not. Oof. Does seem pretty rough. Yeah, as we established, not gonna happen. Because, it's not their problem, so... Oof. Yeah, that might give you nightmares. And then a smile, okay. That was a bit unsettling, actually. Okay, are we getting ready? Or unready? Depends on, the context. Usually Neru would be translated as sleep, but now when Rance says it, I guess. Okay, I was wondering where the sound was coming from. Yeah, that looks like a problem that Rance needs to solve. Oof. Apparently not. Apparently that's not gonna happen. So no notice. Need more than one card. What are you reading? At least pay attention to what you're doing. Although I guess he wants to try new things. I guess looking at a game manual while playing a game, I guess is what you would compare this to. But I feel like she was doing all the work there, Rance. Oof. No, Sil, don't be silly. Yeah, I believe that. Okay, it looks like you're gonna break something. I think we're being interrupted. How rude. He's about to get to the good part. Gotta put the armor back on. Yeah, it'll be really hard for any village, any place that doesn't have like a dedicated military to fight off something like this. Who threw the knife? Was it Rance? He doesn't usually do that, but okay. Yes, everyone calls him that. Except for women, of course. And men. Yes, he is. She's stunned. And Sil is just all smiles back there. Until he jumps. You're kind of high up, man. Just might not be the greatest idea. No, not to a good start. That's probably half his HP gone. Need to save again, like pronto. Or, a healing spell would work too. They didn't do that to you. But yeah, let's go. Rance attack. It worked well before, so should do some good damage here too. Yep, slaughtered. Now you might have a better idea who you're messing with, bandits. Okay. That's interesting. Fireball? Yeah, fire laser, even better. Because, yeah, that'll do some damage. So, familiar spell, that's cool to see. Luminata Chata. Ah! Are they retreating? I knew they were intimidated by Rance Sabaku. Although I think I just saw a kidnap victim on that one. Although I may have just been seeing things. Oh yes! Sill, yeah. That makes sense. There's one thing Rance does not like is when you take Sill. Many of the Rance games have proven that point. Well, it's probably not the tower in Rance quest, but... Throw. Although now I think, but I guess technically there was a technique to throw the sword in Rance 10. One of the cards. Oof! Nice shot. But I think that's the only example of Rance throwing a sword. And that was mostly to hit, you know, Dark Lords that fly. Like Lahazo and Lasizel. Yep, that looks familiar. The throbbing meat. And the girl that pleasures it. You know, maybe you should just get some therapy instead. I feel like you would benefit from it. We are about halfway through. Yeah, so this is probably where the first OVA technically ends, but it's all one file for me, so... Suzuku. No matter water. Ghetto Uma? Is that what that said? I'm trying to enjoy my ramen still. Yeah, you shouldn't have said that. Can we just set it on fire? I'm sure it will be foolproof. Okay. What are we pretending to be? I got apparently an email deliverer. What's plan B? I assume you're referring to Alice. Because, you know, no dirty Tenchi sect worshippers here. Because, yeah, Aliceism, whatever it's called, is the main religion on the continent, where Tenchiism is just pretty much just in Japan. But they are the two biggest religions in the Rance universe. Well, the one is devil worshippers, and the other one was a fake religion made by the real gods to keep the humans in line, keep them in control, keep the control of the humans, so they can stir them in the direction they want them to. Analysis was actually a response to Tenchism, which almost took over the whole continent. Because, you know, Ishimaru, was that his name? Some samurai warrior from Japan with level 3 sword combat almost took over the whole world, until the gods intervened by having a Demon King take care of it, who just sent Xavier to take care of it. Does it ever have to happen? Oh, okay, that was a snake. No, that's like a... What was it, like a tentacle... Like a grassy tentacle thing? Yeah, it is something Rance would do, so... You know. But I think she's about to realize soon enough that it's not Rance with 4 arms, you know. It's like I'm not doing anything, so... Yeah. The truth has been revealed. And yeah, I'm seeing that pen, I don't know where this is going. Slice, slice, slice. Yeah, it's too many, that's a problem. Oof. Oh no. Whatever shall we do? Like, no, it's mine now, but no. We can't just let you keep Syl. Rance paid for her fair and square. Oh, wow, more familiar music. Oh, thank you. This is Rance 5D, too. Yep, we're going for it. I want to say it's Rance 5D. Yeah, I think Rance is not minding this too much. I think you upset her. Well, we got the fun out of it. But it's weird to hear these music tracks. I wonder if they were just like added in like post-production or something. Because I feel like these songs wouldn't have existed yet back in 1993. So I don't know if I just got like some kind of special edited version. I don't know. But either way, I appreciate hearing the music nonetheless, even if it was like a later edition sort of thing. Especially because of like how loud it felt compared to everything else. I don't know. So it could just be like a fan edited thing, maybe. Either way, it's not that big of a deal. But if you have a different version, I guess it could be a bit of a problem. Hey, Rommel? Rommel, yeah. Yeah, that's from the Rance series right there. One of the monsters. Also, those things are from Rance too. Rance games as well. I just don't remember the name of those. Oh yeah, Konnichiwa, right. Oof. But yeah, the version I'm watching, it's labeled as JPZ Records, right? So the fact that it's combined all in one video could already also be evidence of some kind of, you know, alteration to it from like a fan subbing group. But anyway, not gonna worry about it too much. Let's just watch this show. Either way, it's just it's a minor thing. Man, how many people has he killed? I mean, I know these aren't real people, but Rance, I think he's dead. How can you tell the difference? There's no need to lie, Rance. Sorry. Oh, Willis, okay. I was thinking Fairness, the devil that he took control of in Rance 2. But I guess Willis is fine too, because that actually is a familiar face. Willis, his personal level god, level goddess, what do you want to call it? Yes, level me up, please. What level is Rance? Have they told us? I don't think they've told us. I would love to know what level he is. Maybe we'll get told here, but probably not. Wow, Sil looks so excited. I mean, I would be too, but you heard the man. Oof, I make no promises. She actually is really pretty. I do like the way she's drawn here. Okay, we did get an answer. Level 45, okay. Yeah, that sounds about right for, like, end game of a Rance game. And yeah, Sil's not too far away generally. Too far behind generally. Rance actually has the ability to increase the level cap with people he has sex with. Obviously he has sex with Sil a lot, so pushed it pretty high. Rance's level cap itself is infinity. Just like his children. I guess that's kind of a spoiler that he has children, but oh, but you know, it shouldn't be considering how much sex he has. We are detection honeys. Let's smash some honey. Oh, they are small honey. They're not like the explosive ones, are they? Because I know there's a type of honey that's small that can blow up. I can't remember what they're called off the top of my head, but they're usually used for any kind of explosives in the Rance games. You know, up until proper explosives were invented. Oof. Yeah, that's really annoying. Oh? Which one? She knows Fire Laser already, so... Fire Blast, or... Okay. That one doesn't sound familiar, but... Hey, if it works, it works. Oh my gosh, just flipped him off. That's a little bit unexpected of Syl. Oh no. It almost looks like Syl's frozen. Ooh, okay, that's a problem. That's a big problem. This is not looking good. She's looking good, though. Are you not feeling well? What? You got me a little bit confused. Looks like we're saved, though. I think it's reversing. Yeah. Okay, we're good. Look, a gift horse in the mouth. Let's go. That's probably it. I just love hearing Syl say Rance, so it just gives me life. Okay, we walked into some kind of room. I can see where the kidnapped women went, I guess. So, we're probably gonna spend a lot of time in this room. I have a feeling. Ranko party. It's a good thing I know what that means. Yep. She seems to be enjoying herself. Yeah, that's a little bit eye-catching, isn't it? Just some throbbing pink, tentacle-y looking thing. Yeah, you don't leave Rance out like that. Oh hey, our Ani-chan. Yeah, try to keep up still. So kinda... I do think the voice actress choice for Syl is pretty good. I think she does a good job. Rance is passable. I mean, nobody can really do Rance justice, but it's fine. Yeah. I think there may be some kind of split personality thing going on here. Well, you have his attention. Well, you know, you could hold a man's hand, but that's much more effective. So, that's a terrifying room. I like the last one a lot better. Well, I guess that's sort of a bed. But, yeah. What are you waiting for, Rance? There's clearly only one thing to do here. Oh, she already got in position really quick, and yeah, here's in my glorious days again. Yeah, it's so loud. It has to be a post-production edition by the fan subgroup. It's gotta be. I'm still okay with it though, because it definitely makes it better. Because yeah, it would not be that loud if it was native to the OVA. But again, I'm good with it. Because there really isn't yeah. There really isn't much that like matches that's, you know, feels nostalgic from the game series, aside from our two main characters and a couple of monsters. So I think adding the music does a lot in that sense. Bum, 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 bum. Well, we've done it. No, but I'm sure you're gonna tell me. You needed Rance as his hyper weapon as well? and it doesn't get any better than Rance's. If you've played the game series, you understand that. His Imperial Juice is a whole nother level of very special, useful stuff. But what if I want it back? Atlas honey. It's like a really big honey. Like a gold honey, just not gold. Is that where we're going with this? Imagine a bunch of naked women running into the village. The town. I keep going to village. Maybe it's more of a town. I don't know. But not important. Yeah, that is just straight up a honey. Over 100 meters tall. So, I mean, it kind of looks gold a little bit, but it doesn't look like a golden honey, though. No. Also, I don't think they move that fast to begin with. I feel like Atlas honey just is something they made up. Because there's green honeys, brown honeys, black honeys, red honeys, super honeys, the honey king. The good other me. Yeah, so split personality confirmed. I know he's just quoting her, but Rance saying Atashi is just funny. Here she is again. So I assume having sex with her again will solve this problem somehow. Right. Gotcha. As it Hermanko. I understand that part, yeah. I can understand a little bit of resentment. There began the gathering. So yeah, they do call it a village, okay. So not crazy. I'm getting the Incredible Hulk flashbacks. Right, that's why she wanted him to kill her, you know, the enemy. Well, Rance is not going to kill you. I can almost guarantee you that. He'll, you know, do you again, if that'll help, but... Yeah, Rance wouldn't do it. Just... I know Rance very well at this point. He wouldn't do it. Even though this is not canon, and, you know, so anything's really possible, I just can't picture it. Because you have to cross several lines as a woman to get Rance to kill you if you're attractive. Oof. 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 Can't you give you a hand? Oh no, the village! Could you imagine you're just living your daily life and you see that coming towards you? Oh, is it gonna blow up? Hopefully not. Everything changed when the Titans attacked. Oh god. It knows white destruction beam. Or it's probably just a weird looking honey flash. That would make more sense. Because honey have an ability called honey flash, which does a lot of damage because it ignores armor. Oh, gotta dodge that somehow. Oh, don't do it again. I don't know how many of those the village can take. Well, maybe a Rance's turn to poke you. Fire laser! Oof. Oh, she got that close. Now it's his. Oof. Took a little bit of damage. Do we have time for a quick healing spell? Has she even used healing in the OVA so far? No. Yeah, that's why I'm especially convinced he's not going to do it. Not again. We really can't take another one. Extra large, okay. Is she gonna give him like a boost? Like shoot him in the back? Because that's gonna hurt. No. Okay. Just some help getting her out, gotcha. That makes more sense. But he's not gonna kill her though, so oof. Ooh, well that does look pretty damaging. But she could survive that. Oof. Just put a bandit on it, she'll be fine. Well, at least it stopped the Atlas, honey. That's a good news. Well, this is awkward. I guess I'm just gonna stand here now. Oh, never mind. He's gonna, okay, crumble. So, no awkwardness after all. That's good. Yeah, it was like a giant clay, honey almost. Well, it looks like the wound's been healed, so yeah, she's fine. Okay, let's get that My Glorious Days playing again. Yeah, she had a rough life, but she's also the bad guy, so... God damn it, Rance. Oh no! Oh no! Is she gonna blow it up like another attack on the village? Is he gonna be the one that finishes off the village? Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Well, that's just tragic, but also very in character for Rance. He did blow up a planet after all in one of the games. It can be helped. Shikataganai. Just act of God. We couldn't have done anything to prevent it. Time to distract ourselves. Surprised it goes after Syl, not doesn't go after her again. I mean, she's right there, but... Atlas, honey. Waitress, shoujo waitress. I can't read that one. Staff. Yeah, there's Alasoft. Rance Yodi. I can't read that fast. I think that's in the original story. I couldn't. Tameki no sta raito fight da. Taiyo ga miteiru. Looking at the sun. Just looking for any familiar names, really. A nice little song there, that's not fun. APPP. Yeah, looks like there's nothing afterwards. Yeah, 1993, Alisoft. Man, it's crazy thing about just how underdeveloped the Rance series was at that point. Like, I think we just maybe one, maybe second Rance game that was out. But yeah, that was the Rance Desert Guardian OVA. So I do want to look at that real quick. When did the second Rance game come out? I want to know exactly how far it was along when the OVA came out. Because yeah, obviously Rance Hikario, Search for Yōkai, whatever, it was the first one that came out in 1989. And then we had Rance 2 in 1990, so Rance 2 was out. Also Toshi and Toshi was out. And Rance 3 was out too, so they definitely had a decent amount of lore to work with. Because Rance 3 is when the lore actually started to really get kicked into gear. You knew about Lysis, Hellman, a little bit of their history with each other. You know, get into the Dark Lords with the Hornet faction. You know, because they're the ones that were relevant to that game, whereas it was more the Cableless faction that was relevant in Rance 6. So, what about Rance 4? Because that was 1993, but it was near the end of 1993. And the OVA came out also near the end of 1993. So yeah, they kind of were around the same time. But yeah, they definitely could have put a cameo, have some actual, you know, Rance series characters in there. They could have thrown in Leah. They could have thrown in, you know, Maria, Shizuka. But anyway, I'm not going to worry about it too much. Like, when it is, not expecting that, so I wasn't disappointed or anything. I just felt like it would have been cool to have more familiar faces. But anyway, let's talk about the OVA itself. So yeah, that was a lot of fun, you know. Obviously, it was very uncanon in a lot of ways, like, you know, just the feel of a lot of things as well as just the setting and whatnot. But, like, what were those things they were even riding? Like, I don't recognize a creature at all from the Rance series, but I think they ride these stupid-looking cow things mostly in the Rance games. But as far as the plot goes, nothing too deep, right? Rance goes to this village and gets the job to take care of some bandits that have been causing them trouble. A very, very simple premise that was made a little bit more complex by the fact that the person that hired him to do this was actually the leader of the bad guys he was hired to defeat, because she has a split personality because of her trauma, and she wants to die, but she can't do it herself, so an indirect method, you know, hire somebody else to do it for you, basically. So as far as plot goes, that was pretty much it. We had a Hani that we were able to harass a little bit for information, which is very in character for Rance. There's definitely a decent amount of H content, you know, which you would expect from the Rance series OVA, so, you know. Also a little bit of comedy with it too, especially with the hotel scene with Syl. You know, it was short, but that was a fun little one. But also Rance jumping off the freaking building. I don't know about you, sometimes Rance. And also being responsible for destroying the village accidentally, which is also, yes, a very Rance thing to do. Also played a little bit of dress up trying to get into the tower. Still got to deal with some plant tentacles and got to have fun with that. But, I mean, we even got Willis. Like, I keep forgetting to mention that, but as far as familiar faces go, we got Willis, which is good. You know, Willis is personal level god, because that's how in the Rance series, that's how levels work. You basically kill stuff to gain XP. That's the only way you do it. This is no Dungeons and Dragons things where it's like hey, I did this random arbitrary thing and got XP for it. No, you kill monsters or people. I don't know. Actually, not sure if it works with people, but you kill monsters. You know, members of the antagonist race. That's how you get XP. And you get a certain amount. You go to a level god. You know, if you're not lucky enough to have a personal level god like Rance does, you go to a level god shop, and then you exchange XP for a single level boost. And everyone has a level cap that you get assigned at birth. You can do nothing to raise it unless you use like heretical, like against the gods, you know, kind of item to artificially boost your level cap. Some of those do exist. They're not supposed to be allowed, but they do exist. If you play Rance Quest, you'll get to see some of those. But, you know, generally you're supposed to have a level cap that you're born with. You stick with it. So if your level cap is 7, you can dream about being a legendary adventurer all you want, but it's not going to happen. Just go work at a shop or something, because it's just not going to work, you know. So yeah, you want to be lucky enough to be born with a level cap of 30 plus if you want to be any kind of cool, important, successful adventurer, you know. But Rance, like I said, infinite level cap, so infinite potential, because he's like a bug in the system. And people he has sex with raises their level cap, which, you know, also relevant in Rance Quest. Although I think it was mentioned a little bit in Rance 6, but I think it was actually first brought up in Rance 3, at least a remake. I don't really remember the original Rance 3 too well, but Rance 3, I think Willis was at least like monologuing to herself about Rance, but in the end, we decided probably wouldn't be that too much to worry about, because you're never actually going to hit like a... Because I don't think Rance has ever really been over level 90 something, really. Like, I think even in Sengoku, Rance 99 was a level cap, even though it's not canon as level cap. I think in that game, for mechanics limitations reasons, it was 99. But yeah, I don't think it's ever been higher than that, really. At least not before Rance 10. Rance 10, a lot of firsts happened in a lot of senses, but I don't really want to spoil that game though. But so yeah, that's how the level system works, by the way. So I'm glad they actually did mention his level is 45 in sales as well. So because at the very beginning I was actually wondering, I don't remember if I said it or not, but I was wondering what his level cap was, because that could give me some context for how powerful he is. And yeah, 45, that's kind of about average for where he would be near the end of a game, right? Obviously, if you do a bit of grinding, you get in the 50s and whatnot, but like usually you'd be at least 40 if you finish off a Rance game, like a typical Rance game. Like all the Rance games are different, gameplay wise, but generally kind of a baseline. But anyway, not really too much to say about it. Like, I would absolutely love to have a full-blown anime adaptation of the Rance series. Like, that would be so good, you know? Because there's just so much content there. Especially if you did want to, like, add in some extra stuff. Because there's a lot of lore and backstory of the actual setting of the world and stuff that's not really super-duper explored in the games itself. That, you know, if you wanted to, you can make, like, extra filler episodes and stuff like that to kind of expand a little bit of that more than the games do, if you wanted to. But just like, you can make a really incredible series if you wanted to out of the Rance series, but it'll probably never happen, sadly. There actually is another, like a Rance animated thing that's an adaptation of Rance 1, which that actually I have already seen, but that's probably the closest we're ever going to get. I love Syl flipping him off. That was unexpected, but, you know, nice. Like, I really can't imagine canon Syl doing that, but it was funny to watch. But yeah, I mean, I definitely can't imagine it. Just like I can't imagine Ken and Rance killing a woman. I mean, I'm not sure if they actually killed her or not. I think they were a little bit vague on that. Because the wound looked healed, because she was stabbed clean through. But then when we saw her again... Okay, no, she didn't move, okay. So, she moved a little bit to say his name and thank him, and then went back down. So, technically but still, it's possible... So I want to watch this again. Because she still adjusts her hands. I can't tell if they're implying she's dead or not. I can't quite tell. Because it could be a thing where she says one final word then dies. Or it could just be, you know, she falls unconscious. Like, because the wound looked healed. That's why I'm not sure. But she also, I think, had some blood coming out of her mouth, too. Although that could just be lingering from the initial stab. I want to watch that part again. I actually noticed that blood. Did I just make that up in my head? Maybe it was from an earlier shot. No, okay, the blood did come out after she fell back down. So, that definitely could imply she died right there. But, not like it matters too much because it's the end and it's non-canon, so in a sense, it doesn't really matter. So I think the implication is that she's dead. In which case, yeah, definitely, without question, canon Rance would not do that. But, like, he would just, let the village be destroyed rather than kill her. That's how that would go. Yeah, but in the end, it didn't even matter because he destroyed the village anyway, so killing her would have, not killing her, just, there's no point in killing her if that is what happened. Basically is what I'm trying to say. But, in the end, the village was destroyed, but, I guess even whether she's dead or alive, she was saved in a sense, so I guess we could look at it that way. But yeah, if I try to give an overall opinion on the OVA, it's a little bit hard because, I have come to the conclusion that, yeah, he did kill her, so I'm going to just accept that now at this point. Because, on its own, it was definitely a fun little video, but, like, if this was somebody's introduction to Rance as a concept, as a franchise, if you want to call it that, like, I don't think it's a good one. Like I said, Rance definitely, even though there are some characteristics here from early Rance, for sure, there's some that's not characteristic of him. Because he would never kill a beautiful woman. Like I said, there's like maybe one exception in the Rance series that was understandable. But, yeah, he would definitely not do that here. Like, that's by far the most out-of-character thing. Yeah, without question, the most out-of-character thing that he did. And so, like I said, flipping someone off, I really don't think Canon Soul would do that. That one's not as big of a deal, though. But, so, and obviously, very, very little of the actual lore was present here. There was, like, Pawnees, a couple other recognizable monsters, and Rance and Syl. That's kind of the extent. And the music, which may or may not have been officially in there, that's kind of the extent of what's there. So, yeah, it's really hard to get an overall opinion of this. Right? Because it probably would pique your interest in Rance enough to want to learn more about it. Probably. Even if there is going to be some contradictions in the characters. That probably would be overridden pretty quickly if you jumped into the game series after this. I would imagine. Because definitely plenty of the Rance other Rance characteristics are here, kind of the silliness, the cocky attitude, the love of sex, like definitely some of his true canon characteristics are here. So, I'd give it like a 45% accuracy on Rance, like a 75% accuracy on Syl. I'll just throw out those arbitrary numbers. But yeah, definitely as a standalone OVA hentai thing itself, it was definitely fun for sure. Fun little non-canon. What's the word I'm looking for? Self-contained. That's what it is. Self-contained little story arc here. But yeah, if this piqued your interest in Rance itself at all, then there's how many Rance games are there? There's at least 12 canon Rance games. There's also Kichikuo Rance, which is not canon anymore. So at least 12 or so Rance games that you can jump into. So you'll have tons and tons of content to digest if you decide to get into the game series, which I highly suggest doing because, like I said, my favorite video game series ever. That's not hyperbole. Just no other series of video games has gotten me as invested in the story and the characters and the lore and everything as Rance has, really. And some of the games are just really, really fun, like Sengoku Rance and Rance 10, and Kichiku Rance as well, although, like I said, that's no longer canon, but some of the games do a really great gameplay, and even the ones that don't still continue this amazing story with these great characters, and introduce you to more new great characters, and you can see all the development for Rance himself as well, because Rance is not the same person as he was in Rance 1 to Rance 10. Like, he's not like, they didn't ruin him or anything, but like, you live life, you get more experiences, you learn new things, you meet new people, you change a little bit as a person, but, I never feel like they destroyed his character or anything like that, but like some real character growth happened with him for sure. Like, it's very, very clear if you jump immediately from Rance 1 to Rance 10, it's like a replay kind of thing, you would definitely see it, but yeah, I think that's all about all I had to say on it. I enjoyed my time with this. Inconsistencies from the canon Rance stuff aside, it was fun, so that's, yeah, about all I had to say. So, thank you for watching, and hope to see you in the next video. Until then, bye-bye.